How to apply Refresh Kitchen and Bathroom Coating. Refresh Kitchen and Bathroom Coating is a tinted coating for renovation projects. It is ready to use and is applied directly onto tiled surfaces in your kitchen or bathroom. It hides existing grout lines and can be used to cover tiles or uneven walls, worktops and shower stall walls. For an optimal result, follow our step-by-step recommendations to apply the coating. Remove any silicone joints with a cutter knife. Clean the existing tiled surface. Remove grease using sugar soap and then rinse with clean water. Once the surface is dry, use masking tape to protect any surfaces on which you will not be applying the coating. Filling in existing grout lines. This is the most important step of your renovation project. Filling in existing grout lines will ensure that the underlying tiling is no longer visible. It also serves to create a primer for the coating. You can use a stainless steel trowel or the Maison Déco filling knife. We recommend using a filling knife as it offers more flexibility when filling in the joints. When applying Refresh Kitchen and Bathroom Coating, regardless of the stage, avoid loading your tools with excess product. Place a small quantity of product directly on the grout lines. Create a 45-degree angle with the surface and your filling knife and spread the product in crisscross strokes, drawing an X. Do not hesitate to scrape the tiling. Always work from top to bottom. For a kitchen, start with the splashback first, then the worktop. To ensure that the grout lines are no longer visible in the following stages, run your fingers over them to check that they're correctly filled and at the same level as the tiles. At the end of this preparation stage, the tiling should be slightly messy. Do not hesitate to spread out the excess filling product into the tiling as this will create the priming coat. Allow 6 hours before applying the first coat. Run your fingers over the surface to make sure it's perfectly dry. Any excess thickness can be removed at this stage. Start by scraping off the thicker areas with your filling knife, then use 120 grit sandpaper. Finish by wiping off any dust. You're now ready to apply the first coat. Use a stainless steel trowel and a filling knife. Do not load too much coating. If you're right-handed, place the product on the left side of your trowel to make it easier to spread out. Place the product on the left side of your trowel and work from right to left, spreading from a non-covered area to a zone already coated. Find the right angle between your trowel and the surface. If the angle is too open, the product may pull off, making it difficult to spread it on the tiling. If the angle is too closed, parallel to the wall, the trowel sticks to the wall, making it impossible to create a thin and even layer. Try to form a semi-open 45-degree angle to the surface. Work in ample strokes to spread the product evenly. Do not hesitate to apply light pressure on the trowel to help spread. Remember to clean your trowel regularly to avoid accidentally dropping residue on the zones already covered. For inside corners, professionals tend to work on both surfaces at the same time. Some of our partners suggest working on one surface at a time. In this case, protect the other side with masking tape. Clear the inside corner and apply the product by spreading outward toward the surface to be coated. When you've finished one side, repeat for the other side of the corner. Remember to remove the masking tape before the product has dried to avoid pulling any off. To create a perfectly clear-cut corner, smooth the product with a sponge or your fingers just after applying. For outside corners, such as a worktop surface, Maison Déco recommends coating the sides one after the other, as this is easier. Start with the top surface. Spread the coating to create a slight overhang. Once this is dry, you can use sandpaper to remove the overhanging product and create a smooth angle. When you have finished the top surface, you can proceed in the same way for the end panel. It is better to use a filling knife as it's smaller and easier to work with. It's better to remove the masking tape at this stage. Leave to dry for 24 hours before applying the second coat. After 24 hours, run your fingers over the surfaces to check that they're completely dry. Be sure to check the corners too, as these areas take longer to dry. Use sandpaper to smooth the surface and obtain a beautiful, even finish. Important: it'll not be possible to sand down the surface after applying the last coat. Proceed as earlier, using a filling knife to remove most of the excess product, then use 120 grit sandpaper. Finish by removing any dust from the coating. This last coat serves to create the concrete effect. If you wish to create more nuances and texture to the effect, your strokes should be short and rounded. To make it easier to smooth the last coat, you can dilute the product with a maximum of 5% water. Press down lightly with the trowel immediately after to flatten the coating and any remaining rough areas. Leave to dry for 24 hours. Refresh Extra Strong Varnish is essential to ensure the coating is resistant to water and stains. Refresh Extra Strong Varnish is a two-part product. A small box is attached to the lid inside the tub. First, mix the two components separately, then mix them together and stir for 5 minutes. You then have 1 hour and 30 minutes to apply the product. After that, the finish of the product in the tub remains the same, but the protective properties of the varnish will be altered. Pour the varnish into a tray, then use a short pile lacquer roller to apply. Focus on the corners and the areas between the coating and another surface using a brush. Load the roller and remove the excess product in the tray to avoid excess thickness. Apply the varnish on small areas in crisscross strokes. Finish by laying off, working from top to bottom without reloading the roller and without exerting any pressure. Note that even if you have leftover varnish from the first tub, you can no longer use it because its protective properties are altered. You'll need a new tub for the second coat. Use the same method as for the first coat. Remember to recreate any silicone joints you may have removed. Wait 10 days before subjecting it to any heavy-duty use. Clean the surface using gentle cleaning products and a non-abrasive sponge.